हेलो हेलो हेलो। वेलकम बैक एवरीवन टू द लाइव स्ट्रीम। आज की लाइव स्ट्रीम में हम लोग जो टॉपिक्स कवर करेंगे वो ऑलरेडी आपको पता लग गया है थंबनेल से, और थंबनेल से नहीं एक्चुअली इंट्रो में, कि गोलैंग में इनपुट हम लोग ट्राई करने वाले हैं। थोड़ा एक्सप्लोर करेंगे इनपुट वाला सेक्शन कैसे काम करता है। देन हम लोग ऑपरेटर्स पढ़ेंगे, प्लस माइनस सब्ट्रैक्शन लेस देन ग्रेटर देन ऑल दो थिंग्स। उसके बाद हम लोग थोड़े से प्रोग्राम बनाएंगे इनपुट एंड ऑपरेटर्स के बेसिस पे। तो अभी थोड़ा सा मेरे को रीअरेंज करनी पड़ेंगी चीज़ें, क्योंकि ब्लॉग पोस्ट में वो सेक्शन मेरे को थोड़ा ऊपर चाहिए। अगर मैं गोलैंग पे जाता हूँ मेरे को थोड़ा इनपुट का लेट से प्रिंट के बाद में चाहिए। तो बेस्ड ऑन दैट आई विल do all the changes which are required. So यार ये मैनेज कैसे होगा? ओके, नो इश्यूज, लाइव चैट्स आर हियर। तो भाई बिना किसी डिले के शुरू करते हैं। एक तो ये वेबसाइट मैंने देखी आज, जिसमें काफ़ी चीज़ें सही बता रखी है। इनपुट इनपुट इसमें बता ही नहीं रखा, दैट्स द। ये एक अच्छी सही वेबसाइट लगी मेरे को। ऑफिशियल डॉक्यूमेंटेशन, कोई जो ओपन सोर्स प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज डिजाइन फॉर हैंड्स हाँ, मतलब बेसिकली इन शॉर्ट दे हैव गिवन यू दी व्हाट डू यू कॉल इट, एग्जाम्पल्स के बेसिस पे बहुत सारे टॉपिक्स दिए हुए हैं। इसमें से ज़रूरी नहीं हमको सारे के सारे पढ़ने हैं, क्योंकि बेसिक्स जो फंक्शनैलिटी है उसमें ये जनरेटिंग योर ओन HTTP सर्वर, या फिर XML फैचिंग, जेसन फैचिंग, अपना टाइम आउट एंड एवरीथिंग, ये सब नहीं आएगा। बेसिक्स में हेलो वर्ल्ड, वेरिएबल्स, देन लूप्स, देन switch your if else, array, string, whatever, then map and function. Now of course मल्टी रिटर्न फंक्शन भी काम आते हैं। देन रिकर्जन का थोड़ा सा हम लोग पढ़ लेंगे। स्ट्रक्चर्स आर द इम्पोर्टेंट थिंग, बिकॉज बिना स्ट्रक्चर के ज़्यादा कुछ होता नहीं है। देन स्ट्रिंग्स एंड रून्स, रन ईज कोई बोलता है, इनको रन ही बोलता है, कोई रून्स बोलता है, वट एवर इज योर प्रेफरेंस। हम देखते हैं क्या बोलेंगे। आवाज़ आ रही है कि नहीं ये मैं खुद कंफर्म कर लेता हूँ एक बार। यूट्यूब 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 यूट्यूब, I wish I have updated it to the speaker. Yeah. Is it better? Hello, hello, mic test. Is it better? Hello, hello, mic test. Okay, आवाज़ सही से आ रही है मतलब। Is it better? Hello, hello, mic test. Okay, आवाज़ सही से आ रही है। कूल। इससे पहले लूप में फंसे यहाँ से कल्टी मार जाओ। तो इंस्टॉलेशन अपना हो गया, हेलो वर्ल्ड हो गया, गो कमांड से हमको रन करना समझ में आ गया। ये बहुत ही बेसिक्स इन्होंने बता रखे हैं कि हेलो वर्ल्ड से लेके स्टार्ट करने से लेके एंड एवरीथिंग। बट हमारा जो क्वेश्चन वो क्या है ना कि क्रिएट एको मॉड्यूल नहीं, अभी हमको कुछ बनाना नहीं है। ये सब बात की चीज़ें हैं। व्हाट वी हैव टू डू इज इनपुट एज पर आवर शेड्यूल। हम लोगों को इनपुट देखना है, इनपुट कैसे लेते हैं, ठीक है। तो इनपुट के लिए अभी एक फाइल बनाते हैं अपना अपना जो ब्लॉग पोस्ट हम कंटिन्यू लिखते आ रहे हैं। मेरे को ये चाहिए प्रिंट वाले के जस्ट बाद में, राइट। लेट्स डू इट। मैं वेबसाइट का लिंक एक्चुअली डाल ही देता हूँ ना डिस्क्रिप्शन में परमानेंटली। एडिट वेबसाइट का लिंक, गो लैंड पोस्ट, परफेक्ट। अभी ठीक है, डिस्क्रिप्शन में दिख जाएगा अभी आप लोगों को, ठीक है। हाँ, तो मेरे को प्रिंट के जस्ट बाद चाहिए इनपुट का एक्चुअली। अभी प्रिंट वाला लाइन जो है ये रहा। ठीक है, कॉपी पेस्ट किया। कॉपी वाले को नाम चेंज कर देता हूँ मैं, इनपुट इन गोलैंग। ओके, अभी समस्या क्या है? लेट्स से 30। अभी ठीक है, अभी ये बीच में आ जाएगी। इनपुट इन गो। ठीक है भैया, ये सब कंटेंट हटाएंगे यहाँ से। ओके, ये वाला रखना पड़ेगा मेरे को थोड़ा सा ना, डेट 10 लिखना पड़ेगा ना इधर। चलो यहाँ तक हटा देते हैं, आईडी ले लेते हैं फिर तो यहाँ से ना। ये रही आईडी। डे 11। ठीक है, सिंपल सी बात है, वाई डू वी नीड इनपुट्स, यहीं से चालू होते हैं हमारे सारे के सारे। वाई डू वी नीड इनपुट इन गो। पानी की प्यास लग रही है यार, अभी तो पानी दे दो। एनीवेज, दैट्स नॉट द कंसर्न। ओके, सो वेल, while performing any options, we sometimes require user interruptions. Let's say we are writing some program where we required the, just a second, I have to rush. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. पंखा बंद कर दिया है भाई हमने। गोल। So why do we need input? Well, while in any application, user input plays a vital. Now I don't know the spelling of vital. Wow. In any application, user input plays a vital role. We need input to भाई इनपुट लेंगे तभी तो कुछ दे पाएंगे ना सामने वाले को। वी कैन ओनली प्रोवाइड एनी सर्विस if we have some data, like to response. Any application react based on the input user is गिविंग, हाँ ये अच्छा है। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, in most of the websites we give date of birth as input and where is that Chrome actually? Let me try it. Speech notes. Based on that, it will show us some result. वाह ये सही है, राइटिंग मेड इजी। हाँ, तबीयत का थोड़ा करना पड़ेगा हमको। वाई डू वी नीड इनपुट हो गया। In Golang, we basically have three methods to take input. And the list goes like scan, scan ln, then scanf. तो लिख देते हैं scan ln. This is hilarious, dude. वाह भाई, कौन है स्पैमर। लॉन्ग लाइव चैट फलाना ढिमकाना, इसको मैं हटाऊं कैसे यहाँ से। एनीवेज, do you mean stop scanning or inputs? Okay. स्कैनएफ तो अच्छा है, मेरे को स्कैनएफ पसंद है, नो डाउट स्कैनएफ आई लाइक। द थिंग विच आई डोंट लाइक इट्स स्कैन एलएन। Do I have to like different between देखो हम नहीं चाहते कुछ भी कचरा हो। क्या भाई मैं एफएमटी का डॉक्यूमेंटेशन पढ़ने आऊँ क्या भाई, सिर्फ डिफरेंस जानने के लिए हैं? हमको नहीं आ रहा समझ में ये भैया, आप सीधा सीधा बता। स्कैन एफ नहीं करना मेरे को, सिर्फ स्कैन पढ़ना है। स्कैन टेक्स्ट read from standard input, storing successive space separated value into successive arguments. New line counts as a space. It returns the number of items successfully scanned. If that is less than the number of argument, error will report y. कुछ समझ नहीं आया बट मेरे को कुछ दिमाग में आया है ना। चलो तो कोडिंग करते हैं अभी। डे 11 न्यू प्रोग्राम स्कैन डॉट गो। ठीक है, जहां तक मेरे को समझ में आया ना, स्कैन में अगर मैं न्यू लाइन दूंगा ना तो वो इनपुट लेता रहेगा इंस्टेड ऑफ जस्ट खत्म करने के। थोड़ा सा समझे, समझाता हूं, पहले मैं खुद समझता हूँ। पैकेज मेन इंपोर्ट fmt, import fmt, then what we have is func main, फंक्शन हो गया मेन। ठीक है, where int i, एक तो इसका सिंटेक्स ठीक है, इनपुट वाया स्कैन। एंड आई एंड जे। ठीक है, अभी क्या होगा ना, देखना आप ध्यान से देखना। अभी मैं रन करता हूँ इसको, गो रन डे 11। मैंने डाला 34। नाउ आई गॉट इट buddy. What is it I did? I got it. भाई ये चैट में से वो कैसे करते हैं इनको? ट्विच चैट में भाई हटाते कैसे है इसको? हटा नहीं सकता क्या? क्या ही नौटंकी है, बस पूछो मत ट्विच तो। बट एनीवेज, दैट्स नॉट आवर कंसर्न। अभी मेरे को समझ में आ गया। देखो अभी स्कैन एफ, नहीं स्कैन एल एन, राइट? स्कैन, अच्छा प्रिंट और करा देता हूँ ना फॉर द अंडरस्टैंडिंग। एफ एम टी डॉट प्रिंट एफ वैल्यू ऑफ परसेंट डी इज परसेंट डी, एंड यहाँ पे हम लोग देंगे इसको आई कोमा जे। अभी ध्यान से देखना, ठीक है, क्या होगा। अभी होगा जादू। अभी मैं रन करूँगा, ठीक है। मैंने डाला 3 5, 3 और 5। अरे यार, एक तो ये न्यू लाइन का लफड़ा। नई लाइन दे भाई, सबको अच्छे से दिखना चाहिए कि क्या हो रहा है, ठीक है ना? टू भी दे। और रोको भाई, 3 है और 5 है। मैंने 2 बार एंटर मारा है, इट्स स्टिल फाइन। लेकिन वहीं मैं यहाँ पे अगर एंटर मार दूंगा, ठीक है, अभी मैं समझ गया। ऐसे बोलने का ना, सिंपल सिंपल भाई, एक छोटी सी चीज के लिए कितना कुछ पढ़ना पड़ा है यार, सीरियसली बड़ी। ठीक है, अभी हम लिखते हैं, एंड टू टेक ए इनपुट we need to have a variable. Now the variable type should be based on the type of input you want from user. If you are trying to take an integer as an input or a number as an input, then you should have a variable named anything, but its type, a variable whose data type is integer. And the symbol ampersand is used to store the scanned value into that variable। थोड़ा ऊपर से गया, हिंदी में समझाता हूँ भाई। हमको इनपुट लेने से पहले एक वेरिएबल होना चाहिए गोलैंग में। वी नीड टू हैव अ वेरिएबल before we use the scan methods। now the variable type, ये बहुत ध्यान रखने वाली चीज़ है। वेरिएबल टाइप शुड बी बेस्ड ऑन द टाइप ऑफ इनपुट यू वांट फ्रॉम द यूज़र। जिस तरह का आप डेटा यूज़र से चाहते हो डाले, उसी डेटा टाइप का आपका इंटीजर होना चाहिए। अगर आपको एक नंबर, if you are trying to take a number as input, then you should have a variable uh, whose data type is integer। और जो सिंबल है, जो एंड का सिंबल है ना, एंड का सिंबल ये हम लोग यूज करते हैं स्कैन। स्कैन की स्पेलिंग गलत लिख रहा हूँ क्या भाई? सो इन शॉर्ट गोलैंग में इनपुट लेने के तीन तरीके हैं, स्कैन, स्कैन एलएन और स्कैन एफ। इनपुट लेने से पहले आपके पास एक वेरिएबल होना चाहिए। अब जिस तरह का इनपुट लेना है उसी तरह का वेरिएबल होना चाहिए। इंटीजर लेना है, नंबर लेना है तो इंटीजर, अगर नाम लेना है तो स्ट्रिंग टाइप का वेरिएबल होना चाहिए। और गोलैंग में अगर वेरिएबल से जो भी इनपुट यूजर ने डाला उसको वेरिएबल में स्टोर कराने के लिए हम लोग यूज करते हैं एंड सिंबल का। तो एंड सिंबल बेसिकली हैज द मेमोरी लोकेशन ऑफ दैट वेरिएबल और वो डायरेक्ट वैल्यू उस लोकेशन पे डाल देता है। अब फॉर एग्जांपल scan method in golang wait for the user to enter। अच्छा, अगर मैं ये करूं, अगर मैं क्या करूं, अगर मैं ये करूं 3 स्पेस 4 3 एंटर 6 4 स्पेस 6। अरे यार, ठीक है। सो this is giving me a very clear picture now। बार बार कंफ्यूज कर रहा है। हाँ, तो हम लोग क्या समझे यहाँ से? अभी स्कैन इनपुट जब तक लेगा जब तक आप सारे इनपुट डाल नहीं देते। मैंने डाला ABCD, राइट? दैट डजंट मेक एनी सेंस। ओके, to enter all the values all the variables mentioned in the method। You can type हाँ you can type the individual variable value either separating via space or via new line. ठीक है, एग्जाम्पल एग्जाम्पल के तौर पे हम लोग काम करते हैं, नीचे वाली लाइन हटा देते हैं। अभी हमको तो समझ में आ ही गया ना। आउटपुट अभी देखो, मैं इसको ऐसे रन करूं, मैं डाल दूं 3 स्पेस 5, it is going to be remain same. Execution 1, execution 2, 3, enter 5। ठीक है, एग्जाम्पल वहीं पे अगर हम लोग बात करते हैं स्कैन एल एन, स्कैन एल एन methods in golang text, तो हाँ एक्चुअली इन द user to enter all the values for all the variable mentioned in the method. हाँ ठीक है actually. In golang does not थोड़ा सा ऑफ लग रहा है यार ये. Method now ये तो सभी करते हैं ना. allows user to enter by either they are separate method is golang allows users to enter all the values for all the variables mentioned in the scan method. Either user is separating values in the terminal. Perfect. This is nice. Method in golang allows users to enter all the values variable in scan method, but it will only use space as a separator. Now in the example, वो न्यू लाइन वाला सिंबल कहाँ से क्लोन करते हैं यार? VS कोड में होता होगा क्या? यहाँ पे दिख रहा था ना मेरे को, ये रहा इंस्पेक्ट. परफेक्ट. अभी देख लेते हैं, हम लोग रन कर देते हैं इसको आपके लिए. ठीक है. अभी अभी मैं सिर्फ इसको स्कैन का ही रखता हूँ. ठीक है, नया प्रोग्राम बना देता हूँ स्कैन एफ के लिए. न्यू फाइल स्कैन एफ, नहीं scan ln dot go, and here goes the scan ln, right? Main, nice. Okay. Now the output goes something like this. Scan ln dot go. If I say 3 space 5, it's okay, right? अगर मैं ऐसे किया तो on the other hand, if I say 4, it's good that golang automatically assigns value to be 0. परफेक्ट, अब भी समझ में आएगा ना ये क्लियर क्लियर लोगों को भाई। ऐਵੇਂ परेशान करते रहते हैं लोग, सीधी सीधी चीज़ों को इतना कॉम्प्लिकेटेड तरीके से समझाते हैं ना कि सामने वाला तो बावला हो जाए। अभी हम लोग बात करते हैं द फाइनल फंक्शन की, दैट इज स्कैन एफ। ओके, स्कैन एफ users to, actually this is more beneficial for the programmers instead of the user. ओके, यही देख लेते हैं ना अब तो हम स्कैनर for its argument. Da 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 da. Okay, is हाँ, ओके, थोड़ा सा कंफ्यूजिंग है। थ्योरी कैसे लिखनी है इसकी? थ्योरी कैन गो समथिंग लाइक दिस। scanf function in golang to fetch the input data based on the custom specifiers and custom format. What I mean by that is, using scanf function, programmer can assign the data type of the variables, and it depends on the programmer that what is the separator the programmer want to use. It can be using space, it can be using new line, or it can be using any other supported character. Similarly, based on whatever the programmer has designed, the user also has to respond accordingly. If programmer has set space as their separator, then user has to input all the value is used separated with space. If programmer has set hyphen hyphen as a separator, then user has to input all the values separated with hyphen hyphen. Using scanf function. Perfect. It's time to code. I joined and I swear you said coyote. It was like, what the fuck? No, I did not say coyote, man. I did not say coyote. But yeah, it's the coding time. So what I mean, if we are using scanf method, then we can make our custom specifiers. Let's make a new file, scanf.go, and instead of scanf, let's say scanf. Okay. Now here I have to use the double quotes, and in here I have to define that what are the type values I am expecting from the user. Let's say I am expecting 2 integers and I want to store them in I and j. Now here I am using a space as a specifier, so user has to like type their values with space. If they use any other specifier, it will be failed. Okay. Now let's say if I am using hyphen, now user has to input the value in this format only, like 34 hyphen 45. So we can make our custom separator using scanf, and it is used a lot, not the custom specifier but the scanf method for taking the inputs. But yeah, but thanks for the visit coyote code. Actually it's coyote code or whatever. I am not that much fluent with this language actually. And so let me give these example in the blog post as well. Example 1. If I'm using this, then space is right. 34 space 456. Example 2, example 3. In the example 2, let's take a new line as a separator. Now it will keep asking us the input until we hit the new line. Like it will use new line as a separator. 34 456. There goes the output, and here comes the hyphen one. तो ये तीनों मेथड बहुत काम के हैं, अपना अपना यूनिक यूज है तीनों मेथड्स का। अभी मेरे को ये वाला कैरेक्टर चाहिए। ठीक है, एग्जाम्पल 2 में अगर हम देखें तो हमने न्यू लाइन को एज ए सेपरेटर रखा है, और एग्जाम्पल 3 में अगर हम देखें तो हमारा सेपरेटर ही हाइफन है। तो जब तक यूजर हाइफन से सेपरेट करके वैल्यू डालेगा इट्स ओके, वरना वैल्यू हम लोग एक्सपेक्ट ही नहीं करेंगे पार्टनर से। तो इनपुट हमने कवर कर लिया है गोलैंग में ऑलरेडी, इनपुट क्या है और कैसे काम करता है। ठीक है, एक बार जस्ट मैं चेक कर रहा हूँ। टा 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 टा, हाँ सब चीज़ें सही है। ठीक है, न्यू लाइन्स एंड इनपुट्स का थोड़ा अरेंजमेंट करना पड़ेगा मेरे को, लाइक हियर हियर हियर, then here, cool। इन इनपुट खत्म। अभी इनपुट से सीधा सीधा हम लोग समझे क्या है। गोलैंग में 3 तरह के इनपुट होते हैं, स्कैनफ, स्कैन एलएन और सिर्फ स्कैन। तीनों ही यूनिक है। स्कैनफ के थ्रू हम लोग कस्टम स्पेसिफायर बना सकते हैं कि भाई जिस जो स्पेसिफायर हम लोग बोलेंगे यूजर को वैल्यूज उसी से सेपरेट करके डालनी पड़ेगी अगर वो लोग मल्टीपल वैल्यू पास कर। इफ दे आर पासिंग ए सिंगल वैल्यू इट डजंट मेक any sense, they can use any type of separator they want. Let me write down this point as well. Note if we are asking only one value from the user, then it doesn't matter which doesn't matter which method we are using. There are not much of a difference. इसको नीचे लिख दे क्या? देखो भाई, स्पेसिफिकली अलग से एक टैब डिजाइन अगर मैं करूं फॉर द इनपुट पार्सिंग, will it be worth it? I don't think, क्योंकि क्योंकि मेरे एग्जांपल्स के थ्रू समझ में आ रहा है कि इनपुट कर क्या है, ठीक है. सो आई एम नॉट गोना राइट इट एज सेपरेट वैल्यूज, you can say. नेक्स्ट जो टॉपिक हमने थंबनेल में बोला है वो क्या बोला? ऑपरेटर्स, है ना. देखो इसने भी एक्चुअली अच्छा बना रखा है. गो का होम है, इंट्रोडक्शन है, स्टार्टेड है, सिंटैक्स है, वेरिएबल्स है. वेरिएबल्स मैंने भी अच्छे से बताया, ठीक है. नेमिंग रूल्स पढ़ लेते हैं एक बार. एक्चुअली सेम ही है नेमिंग रूल्स, राइट. स्टार्ट्स must start with a letter underscore, element cannot start with a digit. It's the same thing, right. हमने अपने पोस्ट में भी लिखी हुई है ना यार ये. गोलैंग में अगर हम बात करें वेरिएबल्स की, डेटा टाइप नहीं, वेरिएबल्स चाहिए पहले मेरे को. वेरिएबल्स, शॉर्ट वेरिएबल डिक्लेरेशन, डेटा टाइप हो गया, फ्लोट, इंटीजर, बुलियन, स्ट्रिंग, रन. बाकी बाकी अभी डेटा टाइप इज नॉट एंड येट, बिकॉज हमने बोला था ऑलरेडी कि वो ख़त्म नहीं हुए हैं अभी तक. अभी तो बहुत कुछ बाकी है डेटा टाइप्स में. And here we go. But the thing which we have talked about or not is the variable. What is it I was about to say? I completely forgot it. Yeah, using the var keyword, then that's the syntax. That's another thing that. Now what, the naming convention, right? The naming convention, like what are the rules? I have written it here. Variable declaration. Inside variable declaration, I have mentioned it clearly here. I have to like reformat all these scenarios actually, you know. Then constant is nothing, just that you cannot update the value of that specific variable. Have I mentioned it somewhere in my blog post? Not yet, but it's not. Let's do it now if we are correcting things. There is another type of constant, b equals to something like that is the syntax, if I'm not wrong, right? Yeah. Okay. Rules to declare a variable. ना अब इन सब के बाद में जो आता है ना, देयर इज वन मोर टाइप ऑफ वेरिएबल, let's say constant. Okay, heading, giving it a heading constant, as const is the keyword actually. So it says you cannot change the value of a constant variable. What will happen actually if I let's use that only 3.14. Let me quickly run it in scanf go only. Come on, dude. Yeah, perfect. That's exactly what I want. Okay, done. Constant is also something we have covered. Now you cannot say that constant तो बताया ही नहीं भैया ने. Output is again printf फलाना ढिमकाना. Formatting verbs is like हमने बता दिया है. Data types हमने बता दिया है. Integer, array, slice, operation, conditions, which function, struct, math. That's everything. It's fine, but dude, where the hell are operators? You have completely bypassed the operators. Where is operator? Where is operator? Where are operators? Go constants. Course. पानी पीने का मन कर रहा है यार. पानी पी के आता हूँ. But don't go anywhere. I will be right back. After having something to, you know, wet my mouth. So थोड़ा खाने का भी कुछ हो जाता तो it would have been सोने पे सुहागा. हेलो हेलो हेलो। आई एम बैक गाइस आफ्टर अ शॉर्ट ब्रेक, क्योंकि एक टॉपिक हमने कवर कर लिया है एज पर द टुडेज थंबनेल और इंट्रो। हम्म। कहने यार थोड़ी सी भूख लग रही थी भाई, खाना जरूरी है देखो। हम्म। इनपुट का चेंज पुश कर देते हैं पहले ना। गिट स्टेटस। चल रहा होगा एक्शंस, राइट? हाँ। इतनी देर तो नहीं लगती भाई पूरा होने में। हो रखा है, साला दिखता ही नहीं है उधर। अगर मैं गोलैंग पे जाता हूँ, विच इज हियर प्रोबेबली, इनपुट आ गया। नाइस। ठीक है, इनपुट के बाद हमने क्या करने का बोला था? आफ्टर इनपुट हमने बोला था हम लोग क्या पढ़ेंगे, ऑपरेटर्स, राइट? तो ऑपरेटर्स में लेना चाहूँगा वेरिएबल्स के जस्ट बाद। हम्म। अभी क्या ना, लास्ट वाला जो सेक्शन है वो चाहिए मेरे को। नाइट मोड का ऑप्शन था क्या यार इसमें? थोड़ा थोड़ा स्ट्रेंथ बढ़ानी है मेरे को इसकी कंटेनर की। हम्म। ओके, बैक टू वर्क। ब्रेक हो गया इनफ। वेरिएबल्स इनपुट वाले में से उठा लेते हैं ये लाइन, तो चलो। शुड आई स्टार्ट विद वाई ऑपरेटर्स? हम्म। हम्म। तो here's the thing, what we can do. हम्म। अ, ठीक है भाई, हमको ऑपरेटर्स क्यों चाहिए? क्योंकि ताकि हम लोग दो डेटा टाइप्स के ऊपर कोई भी ऑपरेशन परफॉर्म कर सके। द बेसिक एग्जांपल इज कि मैथमेटिकल ऑपरेटर्स, कि भाई हमको नंबर्स को प्लस करना पड़ता है, सब माइनस करना पड़ता है, डिवाइड करना पड़ता है। दीज ऑल दीज थिंग्स, द प्लस माइनस एंड सब्ट्रैक्शन और डिवाइड और वट एवर, ऑल दीज थिंग्स आर कॉल्ड द ऑपरेटर्स। ठीक है। अब हम थोड़ा पढ़ते हैं कि ऑपरेटर्स जो है गोलैंग में किस किस टाइप के होते हैं। अर्थमेटिक ऑपरेटर्स देखो सबके अंदर होते हैं, ऑलमोस्ट हर प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज में अर्थमेटिक ऑपरेटर्स होते ही होते हैं, जो कि आपका हो गया प्लस माइनस सब्ट्रैक्शन डिवाइड परसेंटाइल और रिमाइंडर एंड ऑल दोस थिंग्स। सो देयर हियर इज a list of type of operators in Go। अर्थमेटिक्स तो होगा ही होगा, अर्थमेटिक्स। ठीक है। अरे यार ये मार्कडाउन में लिखना भी हेक्टिक है। चलो फिर कर लेते हैं ना एक बार। अर्थमेटिक्स इन गो, ऑपरेटर्स इन गो। अभी गीक्स और गीक्स ने गो की वेबसाइट पे क्या क्या लिख रखा है इन्होंने। ऑपरेटर्स है इसमें। नाइस। अर्थमेटिक कंपैरिजन लॉजिकल एड्रेस रिसीवर ऑपरेटर कन्वर्जन ऑपरेटर्स। ठीक है, देयर इज समथिंग। हम्म 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 हम्म, हम्म। अभी ना, दीज आर द लेफ्ट शिफ्ट राइट शिफ्ट वन, बहुत कॉम्प्लिकेटेड होते हैं। एक्चुअली ऑपरेटर्स तो मैंने लिखे भी होंगे यार सी लैंग्वेज में। ये रहे ना, यहीं से उठाता हूँ मैं। अर्थमेटिक रिलेशनल लॉजिकल, ऑल दीज थिंग्स। Hello, buddy. What's up? Uh, you know English, Hindi, or like any other language? And or not operator तीनों लिख रखे हमने. Ali Reza, if I'm not reading it wrong. Yo, bro, yo. Okay, theoretically देख लेते हैं एक बार थोड़ा थोड़ा. Arithmetical operators are actually it's self-explanatory. क्या बोलते हो भाई? I wanna learn Go too, bro. You have to start. That's the first. What should I say? That's the first thing to do in the checklist. You have to start. I started it like long time ago, and now finally I am taking out some time from the office hours and doing it on the weekend on YouTube. But I'm creating these notes. These might uh, help you. From the beginning, like getting started, then you need to know about the print function, then the input, then the variables, if else switch, go. Operator is something I will adjust between like if else and variable. And after loop, there are, I guess, only two or three topics. One is function, and the another is like those, it's kind of data type only, but you can say it's array and list or map, something like that. I'm not sure if you are already aware of any language, so that I can give you like alternative uh, options. But the first thing is you have to start. I am studying it till like 7. You can sit with me and continue if you want to. पर सीखना क्यों है मतलब, that is also address operators. Address operator, why do you learn Go? So I uh, basically want to contribute to some open source project. Mostly CRC is the famous one. Next is of course for the career growth. I am familiar with Python, C, and a little bit of Groovy as well. But Go is like the next demanding language, so I just don't want to stay outdated, you can say. And there are much better opportunities in Golang if you are planning to either job switch or if you are planning to get hired somewhere. Yep. This operator, but thanks for the visit, always appreciated. This operator is used to get the address of the variable. So if we remember from the input portion, we used to use this operator here. This basically store the whatever the input value into the variable, something like that. So this is also a variable. and there is only one actually. What else do we have? Memory address. What I'm trying to say is that so any variable which you define in any programming language stored somewhere in the memory, right? Now that memory block has some sort of address. So it basically gives you the address of that variable or that memory block where uh, the value of this variable is stored by the programming language. You can imagine, let's say this is the memory block, and here this it's hard to explain like this way. I have to draw a proper diagram and everything. In short, you just you can say that wherever the compiler is storing the variable value, this operator will give you the address of that memory block. So in pointer, it is really helpful, like building linked list and all those things. Now there are a few more operators actually. Now similarly, this star, it's something, if you give it, if you give any address to the star pointer, it will give you the value that is stored on that address. It doesn't matter what's the variable name or anything. It's the conversion one is the different one actually. I will just put that in the theory as of now, because we can cover this topic when we will be learning about pointers. Okay. No, bitwise are the one I never used, but for the theory we can check them. So bitwise basically convert your variable into binary and then do a left shift, then do right shift, and try to like give you the XOR combination or combination, the gate mechanism which we use to read in physics, you can say. Uh, then we have assignment operator. These are the most important one जो सबसे ज़्यादा यूज करते हैं हम लोग. Let me note that down. Assignment operators are used to assign a value to any variable. अब इसके बहुत सारे एग्जांपल्स है. इक्वल्स टू, then we have minus equals to, then we have plus equals to, then we have divide, multiply, if I'm not getting the syntax wrong. Yep, plus, minus, multiply, divide, percentile, equals to is also there. So whatever the mathematical operation combined with equals to means, it will add that value for you and even store that in some variable. For example, a equals to 5, 4, and if you do a plus equals to 1, so it can be decoded as a equals to a plus 1. So this is a short annotation of you can say combination of arithmetic and assignment. Then we have bitwise, etc, etc. I am not gonna talk about them because we hardly use them. And here are the miscellaneous operators, which we like. Star give you the let me highlight it here only. pointer to a variable or ठीक है from the channel. It's hard to say, like, okay, here you can see, like, if you are still here, and a basically is giving the address of the value 4. If we use star, we can get the value that is stored in our, yes, correct, absolutely right, you got this. Correct. So if we use star and whatever the address we had, we will get the value. It doesn't matter that we know the variable name or anything. How can I write it in the blog post? You can say this operator provides you the value located on a address. Okay. This operator used to get the address of the variable. This operator used to get the value located located at any address. Perfect. You already know Go then. I mean, which language you already familiar with? Okay, we have arithmetic, relational, logical, and there are a few operators. There are a few more, but we don't use them that frequently. So skipping as of now. Like the dot operator which we used, fmt dot println or whatever. And I have to give the example as well. So finally something to code actually. Day 11. A bit I'm trying to learn. The only language I know is JavaScript. Yes, in JavaScript we do not have pointer or anything, but the concepts are like pretty similar. See, you know console.log in JavaScript. So similarly we have printf. There are two other extra methods. Okay, let me start with a simple program that will be much easy to understand. Not here, day 11 में. Let's say arithmetic .go. So for a Go program, you need to have a file whose extension is .go. It can be anything .go. Like in JavaScript, it could be anything .js. Now in JavaScript, you can directly run JavaScript either in browser console. You can just open the console and get started here. But for Go, you have to install it on your machine. And for a Go program, you have to define the package. Now we have to define the package main. The reason behind it is that import in JavaScript, import or only a bit. Okay, I'm not sure. I don't have any background in computer science stuff. That's yep, like low level language are hard. JavaScript is way like easy if we compare it with Golang. Okay, let's take it this way. So JavaScript is a interpreter language, and you need to like you can run even a single line of code uh, as you write it in the console. But in case of low level language, okay, you're not totally new, then it's fine. So package main basically, we define this because we do not want to the we don't want that the Go compiler treat this file as a separate library or something. We are by defining package main, we are asking the Go compiler that you have to run this file instead of like exporting it as module or something. Okay, first time chat I have gotten to which is, hi, how usually do you learn Go per day? So uh, it's not that frequent actually. I had my office like from Monday to Friday. Today I have holiday, so I'm doing it on Friday. Otherwise, I usually study Go on weekend only, mostly on Saturdays. Okay, then what we have to do is what we have to write this func main. So functions I will cover in a separate like stream, because function itself is a broad topic. But for the sake of, you can say, to run a program, you can think that this is the function from where the compiler will start the execution of the program. Now it can be like thousands of line in the file, but the compiler will know that wherever I will be getting the function main, I have to start my execution from there. Now there is a there is this format which we use to import any other packages or modules. Import, and then whatever the package name we want to import. So fmt basically is the package which has all the default you can say functionality, like to display something on the console or to take input from the console and like that. So we were talking about arithmetic operators. So either we can like define two variables I, and it can be of integer type, and the another method to define a variable is this, using the colon equals to, that will be the second variable. So if you like any single line of word or any single line of the file or any single word of the program you don't understand, just put it in the comment box. I am really good at it. Good at explaining things, what I meant to say. So again, two ways of defining variable, choose whatever you want. Now fmt is the package we have imported because we want to use the print ln or print or whatever the method we want to use for the console display. So difference, as in difference between the print ln, print f, or like the scan methods. I also got like confused a lot between and difference. I have it somewhere here. Okay, this is the input one actually. Yeah, print methods. Okay, different. Yeah, so for print we have two methods. One is println, another is printf, and the difference between both of them is that with println you can directly like print all the variables. Let's say okay. Let me think a better way to explain the same. We'll learn about formats as a print add new line in the end. Okay, let me just write some lines for you here. So fmt is again the module which we use, then print ln. Now print ln method basically like it can take any string, test print ln. Similarly, we have test printf. Now if I'm running this program, you will see the difference here is that go run day 11 earth. Now the first difference is that print ln method has automatically like send me to the new line. On the other hand, the printf method does not add a new line by default. Printf, if I run them individually, I am getting the next text from the new line, like from the beginning. But with the printf, that's not the case. I am getting the next text right after where it has completed the displaying of the variables. That is the first difference. The second difference is that let's say I want to I have two variables I 12. I want to use like I want to display these variables in a way that this is I and whatever the value of I will be, and comma space this is j. Okay, now in print ln what I have to do is this is I, then I have to add a like a plus symbol here, because a plus symbol or comma I guess. Then I have to write a I, then again I have to like add comma and add my string here. This is j and j's value will goes here, and then again something like that. Okay, I'm getting it like this is I, then this is 12 and whatever the j's value. But with printf what you can do is it's really easy with the printf. Just a second, I will be right back. Yeah, but with the printf method what you can do is you can use the format specifier directly here. Like if I'm using integer, if I'm printing any integer, I can use %d, and here I can define that okay I and j will be the value I want to print. Of course I have to add the new line here manually. Now the difference you see is, first is that it does not add anything by default. The second thing is the printf methods can provide us the functionality to like display using the format specifier, which simply means like we have more control. And this syntax is like really confusing. If you miss any of the quotes, you are home. You can keep on finding the error. So that's the like two major difference between both the methods. That with println you cannot customize. With printf you can write your own behavior, how you want to display the things. I have to check them. Just a second. Sprintf. Golang. This sounds similar. fmt.sprintf formats according to a format specifier and return the resulting string. So see, here's the difference between s string is that uh, so printf or println methods are displaying value directly to the console, but on the other hand, the sprintf method basically returns that string back from wherever like we are calling it. In short, what you can, okay, let me like try it with the example. uh, let's say k equals to hopefully it will work. Okay, my bad. Fmt dot cool. You now you got it right. See, if I'm using fmt dot s printf, then it will store that value in k instead of displaying that value. Here you are most welcome. Now again fprint, I have to check that will it be returning as well as printing the values. Something like that is what I'm assuming, but I have to check it exactly. It's write the values to w and it returns the number. Yeah, yeah, as I shared. So I was not aware about fprintf and sprintf, but thank you. Like that's how we learn right together. So that's a like nice thing for me as well to learn. I can add the same in the post if you want me to. Any other method which is confusing you in fmt or in general, I can like definitely try. Back to the operators. And let's keep it like this only. Arithmetic. I'm bad with spelling. Do you have any suggestions for this? Like I write really horrible spellings. Arithmetic. Now here I can do all the operations I want to. Like say I multiplied by j. Now there is minus, there is plus, there is divide, there is percentile, there is what do we call it? Plus, minus, subtract. Multiply, right? That is covered. And one more, I guess. No, 5 only. And perfect. So like how many topics are you aware of in like golang so far? I saw you are now well aware of print and all those fmt printf methods, so you know how to display values on console. Are you aware of the format specifiers as well? Hmm. Actually, writing the printf method directly in this blog post won't be that appropriate, because here I have not explained what is return, what is a variable. It's my personal opinion again. Now, again, the relational operators are used to like compare things, mostly used in if else. They are similar to what you have in JavaScript. Uh, yeah, one example is definitely, I know some basics, not much. Sometimes it's hard to understand what you are saying. I need to get used to it. Like from where are you? I will try to like reduce the speed. And next, what we have is relational. Okay, yeah, then language barrier is the, what can I say? It's a barrier itself. So relational operator. So are you in college or like somewhere working or something else? Like are you still completing your studies or what? That will be perfect for me. Relational operators are again we use them to compare less than, greater than, equals, double equals to, less than equals to, greater than equals to. Okay, I get it. Is it still same? Actually, okay, serving military. That's nice. Actually, there is some electrical motor I have in my room to, what I can say, to pull water from the ground, and it's a rented place, so I can't do anything about it. But it will be stopped now. Let's try this one. Uh, now, now all the relational operators uh, return a boolean value. But when I say boolean value, it means when I say a boolean value, it means it can either be true or it can either be false. So based on your use case, you can use them as well. So these are most useful when we are dealing with if else or like making any decisions. Yep, true or false. Then we have logical operators. Let's say logi.py, sorry, logi.go. I have worked on Python mostly, so I'm just directly running towards .py. Okay, so logical operator basically means that they are basically used. Okay, it's hard to what? How can I write it in theory? In short, we can use logical operators to combine the equations, or you can say to combine the expression. Now they have really simple logic. There are two values, and if any of the value, okay, mm, what is logical operators? So what's the difference between not it's okay. So this one is we do have a single pipe as well in Go, if I'm not wrong, right? Uh, okay. Okay, so I'm familiar with the double pipe symbol, like the two symbol. That basically means or, and it simply stands for either A or B. These let me like I'm trying to like make a proper definition. What is logical operator? Uh, so logical operator works uh, on two things. On simple principle. So logical operator has a really simple logic. They don't care what is the type of the data they are getting. The only thing that matters to a logical operator is that are these values which we are giving to the logical operator uh, more than one, as in like what is it called actually? It's used twice only. A bitwise operator. Okay, it takes two numbers as operators and does or on. So okay, are you aware of and or gate in physics? And gate. Are you aware of like these gate terminologies in physics? Okay, so the single pipe is what we are talking about here at this point of time. That basically, if I am not wrong, it will combine them, right? Bitwise or EQ result 1, result 2, 54. Okay, so in physics there is this concept and or, so there are like um, multiple concept actually, and this is one of them, like the one which you are saying or gate uh, or gate. So when I say a single pipe, it means we are referring to something like this, that it will take two argument and give a single output. Now that output can be calculated based on this table. Now with two values, these are the four combination that you can possibly form. Now let's say, so you know what is a true value and what is a false value. Any value, which is not blank, null, or zero is treated as a true value, and any value which is zero or a blank string or a blank list or array in case of JS. Yep. So these operations, these operators has this simple principle. We don't care it is an integer, it is a string, it is whatever it is. What's that value for this data type? If it's a integer and non-zero value, it means it's a true. So if you give two values to it and both are like non-positive, you can say if you give 0 colon 0, you will get 0. Similarly, if you give any positive value, or you can say like any true value in short. Let me like help create an example here. Let me grab it from here. Logi हो गया था. It is bitwise bit.go. So see here 4 and 12 I have two values, and if I say I or J, I and J, there are 2 or 3. There is one more, right? Actually there are lot, but these are the two which we are discussing. Now you see the output here, bit. See, okay, how can I pass the false value? Let's take this one, 0, 0. So once you will be like familiar with the concept of gate, it is really easy like to understand. And if I run it, let's say instead of 1, let me say it's a blank value, and here let me say 54 YZ integer, and I can't mess them. So and then there is no difference between the 34 I'm getting, and if I'm giving it a 0 and 0, then only it will fail. Yep. What if I put any other value here? It will work, right? What is this? This is like for my I'm trying to understand it. Not defined on 4. I see. I think I got it. Are you sure? I mean, it's really confusing between single and doubles. The double can be like the double pipe has a simple rule. If I'm getting any true value, either the first one, either the left one, or either the right one, if any of those are true, I will return true. Yeah, they are so confusing. On the other hand, these are the like the operation which single pipe can do, like the OR gate. And similarly, these are the combination for the AND gate, the single AND symbol instead of double AND. the true will be written only in one condition, that both the values are supposed to be true. They are confusing, no doubt there. And this, so now all these are the uh, like the physics concept. XOR is the most complicated one actually. Here you give two value, and okay, it's a combination of like XOR, OR and huh. But we were going through logical, right? The and OR operator. Uh, there are three, right? So let's say I colon equals to 1, j colon equals to 2. I or j. I want to try this actually. Operator not defined. How can you? Okay, it is used only with the Boolean values then. They are used to combine two or more conditions or to complement the evaluation of original condition in question. And operator is true and both the condition in the are satisfied. Yeah, so it basically we cannot apply the double and or double or on a single value, on like directly on integers, you can say. There has to be an expression. Now, based on the value of these expression, uh, okay, let me write a program here. We are saying I is equals to 1 and j is equals to 2. So what happens is, whatever be the return of this expression and whatever is the return of this expression, it will be like true or true. So if now again the same OR gate condition will apply. If any of the single value is true, it will return true. Bool any type, and yep, perfect. Yep. Not actually only bool. Let me try the bool one as well. Yeah, actually only bool will work, I think. Yep, correct. Nice. One more concept clear. Both has same work for like the logic table. Any value is true, return true. Just one need only bool and another can work on any type. Why I am typing? Okay, I guess I have to write this in the doc then. This is a like key difference actually. Bitwise. bitwise, or how they are naming it, bitwise, bitwise operators, and let me highlight it here. Note, we can only use these. You are well aware with the note, right? If it's true, then it will convert it into false. If it's false, then it will convert it into true. We can only use these operators with Boolean values. Perfect. And there is or, and there is one more actually. We can skip that. Okay. Actually, I have to write the theory as well, I think. Actually, I'm giving the examples, right? Equals to not equals to uh, add and equals to divide and equals to cool. We need an example of relational. I have already covered relational, right? Relational. Yeah. Here's the example. Then the logical one, we need one for logical as well. True, 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 and true, false. Logi.go. Yep, everything is working. Then the assignment. Assign.go. I equals to 1. What's the error in this program? I mean, if you are watching, then it's a surprise for you. What is the error I will get in this if I execute this program? Yeah. Correct, FMT. So if I will execute this program directly, then compiler be like, okay, you are trying to run this program. Yep, I forgot to use it. Correct. So let's say I'm just running this program, and the compiler is like, okay, you are executing. Okay, you are importing the package FMT. Then the compiler is like, okay, I have to run from here. Then compiler goes like, okay, I is 1 and it's of integer type. Okay, then the compiler will be like, okay, you are assigning the value 9 to the variable I. Everything is fine till now. Then the compiler goes to println and compiler will be like, dude, I don't know what is println. So the first error which we will get is println not defined, and the second error which we will get is that compiler will be like, dude, you have imported fmt but haven't used it. So it will give two error, fmt imported but not used, and the compiler has no idea what is println. So that's the correct answer. Perfect. Now let me add 1 here, minus 1 here, divide it with 9. I guess these are enough for the understanding purpose. Or should I add all the examples here? Good, you are learning something. You are a nice student. Address operators. Adder.go. With the address, let's say I equals to 9, j equals to end of I. So here basically the address of 9 is directly stored on j. Print, okay, it's fmt j. You will see the actual address getting printed here. I enjoy watching you. And if I'm using star j, it will print the value 9. Header.go. Okay, undefined j, my bad. There we go. Perfect. So this is the address, the memory block address where the my laptop has stored the value 9, and again star is getting me the value from there. I guess writing the output of this will really help. It's what I think. Output. Perfect. Now bitwise, I have already write bitwise, right? Yep. Instead of 0 1, let's say, and yeah, bitwise. Untyped string constant. Now what does this error mean? Does it only take integers or what? It's Google time. This is interesting twist which it has taken. String get text. No. In Go. And this one is done. Okay, let me remove it. Invalid operator. Here probably that value is an interface on the comparison thing. It when doing equally comparison, go compare, and something is not okay. A and B, you can compare interface value for equality, but okay, now the possible reason here is that uh, the bitwise OR operator cannot be applied on string. If I use float value here, okay, now there is no concept of classes in JavaScript, right? Like I cannot add two strings in Go. fmt.println abc plus def. Okay, I can add. Okay, I can add, but I cannot divide. Okay, that's clear. Like so, this operator cannot be applied on string. Hmm, should I add a note here? If they can only be applied like on integer float, I have to try it with the boolean actually. Will it work? Okay, that is the another thing. I cannot combine two different variables. Okay, it can only be applied on integers then. Okay, ठीक है, no issues. So or and AND operator can only be applied on integers. That's something which I am finding really annoying actually. There should be some option. Will it work? It cannot also be. Okay. Okay. It can only be applied to either integers or not even float values. It can only be applied on integers. That's strange actually. But there's a reason if it exists here. Let me correct it. Actually, float one was working, I think. Bit.go. Okay, no issues. And yep, I guess we have covered most of the operators. So let me push it to GitHub. Git diff, you know GitHub, right? Okay, not this one. Okay, cool. Added ops. Okay, all I have to do is wait for the GitHub actions to be completed so that I can see it is deployed successfully. Always take time. Oh, it's done. It's almost done. You know about GitHub actions as well? Okay, it's completed, right? Cool. If I will refresh it, I will see the page with the, oh, where's the operator page? Okay, I by mistake I have entered it as 230 actually. Let me fix it. Add. Let me see how to pronounce it. Let me wait for this one to deploy meanwhile. So GitHub Action basically, you can say, automates your deployment in short for this scenario. Okay, now you see I can see the operators in golang added here, and this is the post which we just prepared. Thank you for the what can I say, the new things which I learn about and or and bitwise and bitwise or, and the s printf f printf. Cool, it's looking nice. Let me add it in the description. Perfect. Can I have your social? Yeah, it's already added in the description, but I will paste them here as well. Okay. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to it. If you haven't liked the stream, like it. And this is pretty much for today's stream, क्योंकि आज के दोनों टॉपिक हमने कवर कर लिए. काफ़ी टाइम हमको थोड़ा लग गया, but still we have managed to did it. The next topic which we will be talking about is array, strings, and if we will have enough time then we can try to finish functions as well. And I will definitely be streaming tomorrow because I have holiday. Yeah, thanks for the amazing partnership, I would say, because you also like helped me to learn two new concepts. And stay tuned, I will be streaming tomorrow, so be my partner tomorrow as well. Be my streaming partner. Okay. Okay, thank you for the like and subscribe, and see you soon. Bye bye. And bye. Let me stop it.